Okay, good morning, everybody. I'm up. Still same place, cause I just decided I'm gonna just stay here. Hopefully, I get me a 34. I'll go pick up this load at 1500. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. It's an old saying: when you sleep with dogs, you wake up with fleas. You did, and I noticed. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but I noticed a lot of sisters have an archetype of type of guy they date. And I understand mostly that's determined by the environment you come from or raised in. Like for instance, if you from the hood, 9 times out of 10, you gonna date a hood, you gonna date a hood nigga, you gonna date a hood chick. So, you already got a culture that's indoctrinated to be in the hood, to be indoctrinated in poverty. We the only group of people that thumbs up living in poverty. You have Indian people that live in object Africans and Indian people that live in object poverty, and they want to get out that shit. They actually want to escape. Niggas actually glorify living in the hood. I don't glorify living in that shit. Yes, I lived there at one time. Then we moved out, and when I left the hood, I didn't want to go back. Shit. I left the hood. I said, fuck that. I ain't look back at it. But it's a lot of people, say, well, I don't know this where I'm from, this and that and that. No, nigga, stay away from that. Once you get out of that environment, nigga, don't go back there. That's why I be telling niggas that when you go look back, it's just like with Sodom, with Lot. God told Lot not to look back after he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Only one looked back was his woman, and she turned to stone after he told. And I'm gonna say this: women, y'all women hard headed and a motherfucker. Y'all y'all hard headed, man. You tell them something, they'll do it any goddamn way. Like like, and this goes with even your sisters, your girlfriends, your wives, your aunt. When you tell women not to do certain shit, they'll go do it anyway and get a fucked up result. Why is that? Why? When the motherfucker tell you not to do some shit, don't do it. It's for the good for you, but it is what it is. I just know a lot of chicks be like, I ain't gonna believe you. I'm gonna do it anyway. They end up getting fucked up results out of it. They then act like when you told them, they ain't gonna say shit to you. When they fucked up, they know they fucked up. you know, but like man, I noticed sisters when it come to dating practice, they'll date dusty niggas in their hood and get fucked up results out of it. And the reason why that relationship don't work between two hood niggas, cause both of y'all in poverty together. Both of y'all want to get out of poverty together. So when y'all get out of poverty together and shit together, it is you get more money. Your whole situation, the way you see life, is gonna be completely different. You know, it's like if I became a multimillionaire overnight, you think I'm gonna go out and buy a whole bunch of lavish, expensive ass bullshit? No, I'm not. Me personally, I'm gonna just be honest. I have me a house built way somewhere in a rural area, buy a whole bunch of goddamn land, and live out there in that damn land and not fuck with nobody. Real spill. I live out there in the middle of nowhere, and the motherfucker, where, the next house is about 2 miles down the road. Yeah, real shit. I live on a motherfucking house. Buy me a big ass plot of land. Put me some motherfucking livestock on there. Have me a few horses and shit. I drive motherfucker probably pickup truck or some shit like that. A newer pickup truck or something like that. But other than that, man, I get as far away from some of y'all motherfuckers as possible. Cause I know when shit kick off, I don't want to be around it. And see, the thing about living in a rural area, I ain't talking about no area where you got motherfucking sundown towns and racist motherfuckers like that. I'm talking about in an area where you got, a mixture of people, pretty much like in Texas, East Texas and shit like that. Unless you are driving on I-10, and then you between Monroe and fucking Houston, you got all the motherfuckers. You got a lot of sundown towns and shit. And motherfuckers be thinking, oh, sundown towns don't exist. Yes, the fuck they do. You got some up here in PA. And motherfuckers think you got sundown towns up here. I say, yeah, most of your motherfuckers, see, this what motherfuckers don't understand. When the Civil War happened, this state, you had Gettysburg right down the war. There was a big battle in the Civil War. It was Battle of Gettysburg. What you had in the South, this is what a lot of people don't understand how shit is. Down during slavery, all the poor white people didn't have jobs. So when the war kicked off, most of your poor Southerners went to fight for the Union because they got a job fighting for the Union. Well, most of the Confederate soldiers in the Confederate ranks were mostly slaves. So you had slaves fighting for their masters and shit like that. And the Confederacy would actually lose. They were winning a lot of battles. They won at the Battle of Antietam. They was kicking the Union ass at Gettysburg. The only thing that changed the tide of the war is when they let when black troops got into the military. That what changed the whole dynamic of the war. And actually, the funny thing is, the United States put a blockade against any French shipping because the French shipping was actually the ones that supplied the Confederacy. The North had their own industrial plants where they can build their own weapons, they can build their ships. The North was more industrialized than the South, where the South was more agricultural. So you had a lot of poor whites fighting for the Union. After the Civil War happened, you had a lot of those Confederate Southerners went back to their towns and shit, and they noticed that a lot of stuff changed, Reconstruction, they got mad at that. So that's why you had all the anti-black laws and shit from these soldiers that fought for the Union Army. White soldiers fought for the Union Army, came back down to the South, and all this is how you got your Knights of the Ku Klux Klan and all that shit from soldiers who actually fought for the Union and shit like that. I mean, that's how you got all the KKK and all that shit, Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, all that shit. All that shit was sprung by poor Southerners who didn't have skills at the time because the blacks during Reconstruction was doing all the building. They the one had all the skills. Now you go, almost 100, 200 years later, niggas don't know shit. It's fucked up how time changed.